What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my everyday makeup routine, so let's just get started. I'll be starting with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the number 360, and I'm going to be putting on my foundation off camera. So I did my foundation, as you guys can see, and now I'm just starting off with my eyebrows. And I have a video separate on how I apply how I draw on my eyebrows separately. This is why I'm rushing this part of the video specifically, but I'll have an iCard right in the corner so you guys can see or check out that video on how I draw on my eyebrows. Now I want you guys to remember that all the products and items I'll be using in this video, I will have all the names, the shades and everything down in the description box below, so you guys can go ahead and look at what I used today. And also I may have a link or two down below on where you can get the foundation and the concealer and everything. But in this video I'm just using the L.A.Girl's concealer, and also I'm using that for my contour, so you can just easily get that from a drugstore, a local drugstore. Now I'm going to be going in with my foundation. As you guys can see, I use my foundation to go on top of my eyebrow to clean it up a bit. I don't use no concealer. I use my foundation because it's the color of my skin and it's not that hard to blend out, and so it's not really that much of a work for me. So what I use to blend the top of my eyebrows is my foundation because it's my skin color and also the color of the foundation. So now, as I mentioned, I'm going with the L.A.Girl's concealer to go ahead and start my highlighting process. I have other concealers I do use, and I will list it down in the description box below so you guys can know what so you guys can know what concealers I use. I also want to try out the e.l.f. concealers. I ordered a few and I cannot wait for them to reach, so that when I do another makeup tutorial, you guys, I will list the link down below so that you can go ahead and purchase yourself one. I also want to try out the Tarte concealers. I haven't as yet, but I will very, very soon. And as soon as I do have those and I tried it out, I will have it on my channel so you guys can come check out to see how the Tarte concealers work for me. Now what I'm doing is I'm just putting my highlighter underneath my eyes, as always, you know, the highlighting process on the bridge of my nose, on my nose, my forehead, and my chin. I'm right on top of my lip, which is my Cupid's bow. So I'm just blending that out so that with a wet beauty blender, not a dry one. With a wet beauty blender, I'm just going ahead to blend that out, and I'm just going to make sure that it's blended in really, really properly, really nicely, because I did put a lot. So as you guys can see, I take a really long time blending that in underneath my eyes because I don't want any flashbacks when I take photos with a flash, or even, you know, just looking at a camera or taking a selfie. So what I do is I just try to blend it in really, really nicely. And now I'm just going in with the L.A.Girl's concealer in the shade Mahogany. This is so I can go ahead and contour my face. Now the camera stopped for whatever reason when I was contouring my cheeks, but I got it back in time. And I'm just going over the contour for my nose. As you guys can see, I'm using a wet beauty blender to blend that out, to make sure that everything is blended correctly. And I'm just going over my cheeks contour just to make sure that that was blended in really, really, really nicely. You have to make sure that your face is blended in really nice. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and take my Sasha Buttercup setting powder, and I'm going to go and apply that on all of the areas I highlighted, which is underneath my eyes, my forehead, my chin, my Cupid's bow, and the bridge of my nose. Also, I do it on top of my eyelids. I do that because the concealer that I blended out on my eyelids normally tend to crease. And so what I do is I put the concealer on my eyelid so that when I brush it off, it's not really a bunch of, as you guys can see now, I'm looking out in the video, the eyelids are creased up. So what I do is I just put the powder on it so that it's not really creased up after I'm done. And I do not keep my setting powder on really long. I hate how it, I just hate flashbacks. So as soon as I put on my setting powder, I take it right off. As you guys can see here, what I'm just doing in this next step is I'm putting on the setting powder right underneath my contouring because I love to have my cheeks pop out. Like when I have the blush and the highlighter on and the bronzer on, I love how it pops. So that's why I put on my contouring, my setting powder right underneath my contouring so that my cheeks pop. As you guys can see now, I'm just brushing off that setting powder on top of my face. And what I do normally with the setting powder underneath my contour is I just brush off a bit and leave like not too much, but like a little line. But I brush off most of the powder. I brush off like 99% of the powder, and I leave it on and I take it off at the ending of my makeup process. So I take it off right before I put on my setting spray. Now I'm just gonna go ahead with my mascara. I do not put a lot of mascara on because of course I put on my false lashes, and I just do this just in case any concealer is left on my eyebrows or my eyelashes, or any setting powder is on my eyelashes, so that when I put on my fake eyelashes, these are black and it's not showing. So as you guys can see, I went ahead and I put on my eyelashes, of course, and I also put some mascara on my bottom eyelashes, and I'm just gonna go ahead with some blush. As you guys can see, I love this process because blush just makes your face pop out and you're putting on makeup, because it's like your face is just dead when you put on makeup. But when you put on that blush, honey, oh my god. As you guys can see, I was feeling it. Every time I put on blush on my makeup process, I feel good because it's like, you know, it's just bringing the face to life. But I was feeling myself. And sometimes I go OD on putting on blush. But, yeah, it was enough. And now I'm just going to go ahead with my MAC highlighter. This is in the shade, in the style Gold Deposit. Guys, so just find it from any MAC store. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that on. Applying highlighter and blush has to be my most two favorite things with applying my makeup, because it just brings your face so much life. Now what I'm just doing is putting on some brown lip liner. This is in the shade Espresso from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm going to have that listed down below. And I'm using my favorite nude lipstick from NYX Cosmetics. As you guys can see, that's in the shade Lingerie. I think that's the color. But if not, I'll have that listed down below. And I'm just going to go ahead and pat it on my lip just to give me that nude brown kind of, not ombre, but, well, is it ombre? I'm not too sure. But that nude brown kind of lip look. So this is one of my favorite looks besides lip gloss. A nude look is one of my favorites. And so this is what I was talking about. This, you guys, I'm just brushing off the rest of that setting powder. Like I said, I do that right up until I put on my setting spray. This is at the end of my makeup, because I just feel as if this makes my makeup pop. I'm not a makeup artist, guys. This is what works for me. If you guys feel as if you don't like it, you don't have to put it on. This is just what I do for me. And now I'm just going to go ahead with my setting spray from MAC, and I'm going to spray that on. And this is the end of the tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below if you like this look. Let me know if you would like for me to do more makeup tutorials on different lip colors. Just let me know, you guys. Thank you so much for watching.